Okay, welcome everybody back to Fight Logic here in the studio. Yeah, where we got our own Fight Logic, Sammy Williams. Yes.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Doing good. Happy to be here.
Yeah, great. So this is actually your first time that I am actually talking to you,
Yes.
because lately you've been doing a lot of the side interviews, going out to Sacramento, talking to Uriah, and doing the interviewing with that shirt.
Yeah, same shirt. This is my TV shirt right here.
You look very buffed in your TV
Oh,
shirt.
thank you. It's been shrinking. I've had it for a while.
That's what I do. I wash all my clothes and then I dry them in extra hot so that I look really ripped.
Yeah, same here.
So talk to me. So, you've been on board since the beginning, a big part of Fight Logic. How is it to, we're going to talk about a lot of the stuff that you do because you're doing a lot, you're always busy, but how is it to actually go and meet people like Uriah Faber and things like that?
It's surreal. I've never really met a lot of celebrities or just people you see on TV, and especially meeting someone that I'm a fan of and that I've watched for a long time, and being able to talk to him and stuff and be on the mat with him. That was the crazy part. Interviewing him was one thing, but because I love training, being on the mat was even more special for me. Just being able to be there while he's running practice and be next to Chad and all those guys. It was a blessing to be able to go down there, and I'm grateful that they opened up their gym to us to get to head out there. Yeah,
they were pretty awesome. I loved it. They're like, hey, come on in. I mean,
yeah, really good people,
that, right? Like, and then they're like so welcoming, and they're like, hey, oh yeah, just have a run of it and do whatever you guys want.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to be able to sit in the circle with them, and hearing Uriah share to the team and stuff, and kind of see how they run things up there. Every gym's different, but seeing them how they run things, and they're successful at it. So
So motivationally speaking, how did it make you feel? Like, I mean, I know you it was nice, and you were like, oh, to be around them. Did it pump you up some more to?
It did. Seeing his exampleship, because for me personally, I do more coaching than I don't really compete right now. So from a coach's standpoint, watching him and seeing his exampleship and stuff, that's motivating. That's more motivating for me to be able to come back to my class or to my gym and kind of use that exampleship and kind of just take notes from him, because he's obviously been doing it for a lot longer than I have. So
yeah, and I mean, and that's great. Like you said, take it, learn, use it, and continue to keep that positive vibe, that positive flow. So what actually got you involved into MMA, mixed martial arts?
Well, so I have 5 brothers, and ever since we were kids, we're all around the same age, same size. And my dad boxed in the Marines.
Oh, okay.
And he wrestled his way through college, went to Cal State Fullerton and stuff. So growing up, even before we could walk, he was moving our hands, like teaching us how to punch and stuff. So we just grew up in that in like a really athletic environment. Played basketball, football, boxing, MMA. I mean wrestling at the time. So when MMA got popular, I was just drawn to it. I had been playing basketball every day since I was a kid, and I was always over competitive. I was like, I didn't like how people on my team would slack off, and I was like, man. So when MMA came out, that's how I got into it, and I just joined my gym, and ever since then I've just been there almost every day.
So you got involved, and it was like, okay, well, I'm already used to battling my brothers. We're already used to this kind of stuff. So I'm like, I'm gonna take it to the next level and get trained. Do you think, like, compared to basketball, do you like it more because it's like, whereas basketball there's people slacking, this is like, if I'm slacking, then I'm the only one that I can really be.
Yeah, and I like the fact that when you slack, there's consequences, and that pretty much keeps everyone in a competitive nature.
You don't train enough to lift that arm up, you're gonna get smacked in the face.
You hardly ever get people who are, when we're competing against each other, even in practice, just slacking off. No one wants to get punched. So everyone's pretty much in a competitive nature when we're but having fun, and I like that. And it's like the ultimate form of competition for me. You're not like trying to get around your opponent. You're not trying to, your target's not something else. Your target is your opponent. Your opponent is focused on you 100%. And I like that aspect of the game.
So people that may not know, I mean, you not only you do it for yourself, but which is, one of the major, like a really good inspiring part of you is that you actually offer classes and you train and you do stuff for free.
I do. Right when I started training, my church came up with an idea because there was a lot of young people hanging out around the church area, like in the neighborhood, smoking and drinking, high schoolers mostly.
Yeah.
And they're trying to think of new ways to kind of get them into the church and around positive role models and things like that. And really just inviting them to church wasn't working. A lot of young people these days don't want to go and be around that environment. So we opened up an MMA program through them, through Victory Outreach originally, and it was just me and a few guys that were interested in MMA. And at that time, I didn't know anything. I was going on YouTube before class and looking up arm bars, and I was like, okay, that's how you do an arm bar. And then, luckily, because the way I grew up, it was came natural to me enough to where I could teach it properly.
Yeah.
And then around that same time, I started training, so I was able to become better as a coach and everything like that. But really just trying to be a positive role model, you know. It's not so much about the MMA.
Right.
And I try to tell a lot of parents who bring their kids, like, you have two types of young people usually, especially boys. They're either over-aggressive, overconfident, and some of that comes from insecurities, but they're either over-aggressive, overconfident, or into violence or in gangs. That's especially the people we like to bring to class, you know.
Yeah.
Or they're young people who lack confidence. And I've noticed that MMA is kind of like a balancer, you know. The ones that lack confidence gain confidence. The ones that are overconfident, over-aggressive, or maybe even bullies, you know, they kind of get humbled, you know. And when you're surrounded by a bunch of guys who are into fighting as well, it's a humbling experience.
They can pummel you if they want. It's kind of like, oh wait, let me relax.
Yeah.
Now, what have you seen? Tell me, maybe one of those, you know, the over-aggressives, the gangsters, the ones that maybe, you know, could have taken the wrong trip, you know, down the wrong road. Tell me what's some change that you've seen in some of these people?
Really, a change in their view. I had one guy. He showed up to our church, and we really encouraged, because it's a church program, just watching the language and stuff, because we actually have our classes on Mondays, or we used to have our classes on Mondays inside the actual sanctuary.
Yeah.
And we would clear out the chairs, put mats down. And he came in cursing. He came in calling the girls out of name and stuff, and just claiming that just being really an aggressive guy, you know. And so I stuck him on the mat with my younger brother Joseph, who's also he's a fighter, and he's really good. So I stuck him on that with Joseph. Joseph went out with like 30 minutes, you know, and he got him off the mat. And he's like, man, I thought I was tougher than I was. And it's kind of like a rapid process of humbling someone, you know. And then once they're in that state, it's really easy to talk to them. And once that outer shell's kind of out of the way, you know, like, and two, just MMA in general, like it's an intimate experience when you're doing that with another guy, and like, it's just like, after it's done, you see two guys who have bad blood against each other, and most of the time after it's done, after they fight, usually it's kind of squashed. So in that aspect, I'm glad that MMA is able to do that. You know, it's really easy to be able to get under their shell. You know,
and it's way better an environment to let, you know, you're watching, you're letting these people get their steam off, instead of, you know, two people trying to shoot each other or doing it on the street where, you know, it gets, you know, to death and murder. It's just violence. You know, at least this way they're kind of like you said, easing their way out of it, and then you get to see them mature, and then they probably end up sometimes they become friends, right?
Yeah, they do. A lot of them become friends, and you just see a change in their spirit. You know, they start to realize that they don't have to stick their chest out all the time, and someone a real tough guy knows what he's capable of. You know, and you see that with the MMA fighters almost across the board. You know, the guys who know that what they can do, they don't really try to show it off, and they learn that. You know.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad to be there to do that, and then just influence in a positive way. You know, encourage them not to do drugs, not to drink, and things like that. And just live a healthy lifestyle, you know.
So now, other than eating a ton of McDonald's, right?
I do.
You love McDonald's, huh?
I do.
Well, that picture that you on the Facebook was just, what was it?
It was, I think it was like 2 McGriddles and a McMuffin stacked on top of each other.
How was that?
It was good.
Did you feel heavy? How did it wear you down after? It's still in there. It's right there. It's where the vaccine hasn't left. So, for more people that want to find out about getting involved and taking some of the because it's VOSJ, right? If they're involved, they want to get involved and, like, you know, checking out the church and also getting involved in some of the classes. How would they go about that?
Mainly through Facebook. You could go onto Facebook and look up VOSJ MMA. You could find it really easily through my Facebook as well, Samuel Williams. And yeah, that's probably the best way to connect, and we always have updating it and stuff.
So so it's Monday nights, what time?
It's Mondays, right now, it's Mondays from 7 to 9 o'clock. We're actually holding it at Tribal MMA right now, Mondays, and also on Saturdays from 1 to 3, and everyone's invited. Doesn't matter your skill level, your gender, your experience, nothing like that.
Yeah, just get in there and, you know, get some confidence and make some new friends, make a new family, right?
Yeah, and get a really good workout.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the important thing is that workout, and you definitely get a workout. I've seen you get down. I've seen them all get down. One of the crazy ones when you guys are on each other's backs and doing all, yeah, whatever. Anyways, thanks again for hanging out. You know, you're watching Fight Logic. We'll be right back with some more. Visit our guest here, Sammy. He's also, you know, obviously Fight Logic family. He doing the interviews. Check him out. Check out our YouTube. Keep watching. We'll be right back with some more.
What's up, guys? Chad Money Mendez here, and you're watching Fight Logic TV.
Welcome back, everybody, to Fight Logic here in the studio, where we have the lovely Lana and some guests.
Love this place.
Hey, so what's going on, dear?
Nothing. We're just kind of like tuning in here. Been having a good time. Didn't want the cameras to go on yet. We're having too much fun. But I brought some guests today. Nice. And today we are going to be talking with Marshall and Megan, who are going on the San Francisco stage next Saturday.
Oh, wow. So actually, they are professionals, and they're going to be. What are the competitions they're going to be in?
Why don't you tell them a little bit about what you're doing next Saturday?
Not professional. It's an NPC show. I'm personally doing bodybuilding. Megan's doing bikini. Awesome show. They put it together great. Just great fun. Bodybuilding, doing what we love to do, staying fit.
Nice. How long have you guys been doing it?
This is my first show.
Oh,
so,
wow.
yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm really excited to finally be on stage. So, it's been a long time coming, so I'm excited.
And Marshall competed last year and placed second in the Contra Costa.
All right.
Yeah, and
Congratulations.
well, actually this year. It was May.
This year, May.
May. So they said I needed to change a couple things, tweak a little things. So we're going to come back with a vengeance this
Start
round.
taking some more of the egg whites, and you're like, all right.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
And his fabulous trainer, Brent Smith, is also Team Lana's athlete.
Nice.
He's been training him, and he won the San Francisco last year.
Yes.
So this is kind of cool. It's really
That's good.
all connected.
And a little bit later, they're actually going to be showing us some of the moves, some of the secret moves that they're going to be doing next week. So tell us, what else have you been up to since last time we talked?
Just, you know.
Since last time we had an awesome interview. Everyone loved it, by the way.
You know, stalking your house, policing you, following you.
It's okay.
And I saw the time that you and Ralph and Sammy went through McDonald's. I saw a few things, so I've been detecting, you know, my VIP hat and stuff, and just kind of feeling it out and kind of, you know, for getting ready for us to train. I'm waiting.
I know, so that I'm always saying I'm going to train. I think this one's going to really get me.
I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him in the gym, and we're going to have a whole new show.
So I want to have more of that lean Bruce Lee type of look to me. Is that going to be hard?
No, you just got to show up.
Just show up, huh?
Yeah, then we go from there.
Squat. We've actually worked on a new squat.
A new
It's the squat
squat.
twerk. And the twerking squat.
The twerk squat.
We're not going to show you that
Juan's
yet.
twerk squat.
Juan's
We're
twerk squat.
saving that.
Yeah, you guys.
We're saving that.
Marshall might do that later, but we'll save that for later.
Everything's been good, and today is a really big day in Las Vegas for Team Lana's athletes. We have Phil Heath trying to get victory again to hold the title for Mr. Olympia. Jay Cutler's back on stage after 2 years, and Branch Warren, and so we're really rooting for Phil to take it again this year, so we could be in the lead. Yeah,
so how's that feel, though, you know, to have your guys out there competing and winning and just... Pretty
cool, and we've been really blessed. Like, every time we do anything, and even, you know, Ralph and I were talking, every time we do something, it's like we're winning. It's crazy. All of our athletes win, so I don't know, we're just really blessed.
So obviously it's because it's a great product, and it's, like, awesome, you're motivational, and so, hey, can't beat that.
And we're surrounded by great people.
We're surrounded by great people like these two guys.
Yeah.
So Marshall, when was it that you first started getting into body building, lifting weights?
I would say a couple years ago.
Oh wow, just a couple years ago, huh?
Yeah, I've always been into working out just because I played sports, football, that kind of thing. So I just like to be in the gym atmosphere, lifting weights, that kind of thing. I never really took it towards bodybuilding until a couple years ago for my first show. And I just fell in love with it. I like the workout, the work ethic, and then it's just another level when you're on stage and you get that vibe from everybody cheering you on and stuff.
How was that the first time you went on there?
Oh, nerve-wracking. Yeah, I tried to focus on the lights and not the people.
You're like, I'm not even gonna pretend that they're naked. I'm just looking at those lights.
Definitely. It was definitely I was okay behind stage. And then you walk out there, even though you're with a group of guys, it just changes. It's just like, oh, here we go.
And there's more of a camaraderie than you probably thought there would be.
Oh yes,
I think
yes.
that's what's so beautiful.
You share this, the bond you share with these guys it's amazing, because these are the guys who have pretty much put their all in it for however long their prep was from their coach, and just gave it their all to get on this stage and do the same thing you're doing. So you learn a lot of you give a lot of respect to these people, because you know what you're doing and you know what they're doing to get ready for something like this, and it's just
And how
amazing.
does that feel, like, to actually, like, well, that the camaraderie? How does it feel to actually, obviously it feels good, but it's like to see that people are competing, but yet they're willing to, yay, try this, do this. They're actually like bringing it in tight.
Yeah, you meet a lot of nice people behind stage. I've never. This is my third show, but the past 2 shows, never met somebody that just wasn't open to talking and
Makes you
saying,
feel
even
like
though
you
you're exhausted
found the
behind
right
stage.
sport, kind
Yeah,
of, like, it's so
exactly.
beautiful.
I've played football for all my life pretty much, and just
Me
to meet
versus you.
Yeah.
And that, and we're our team versus your team.
Exactly, but you're still against the other guy, but you still share the common bond, and everybody shares secrets or what they've done or showed what they have in their goodie bag for behind the stage, whether it be a Snickers bar or some candy, something like that, because it's the little things that light up your life, like a Snickers bar.
Fried
You wouldn't even.
fried Oreo.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
talked about
yeah.
We were talking
Yeah.
about
We're
that.
not talking about food because
Yeah, we don't know about that kind of stuff. No. So
and you're from here, the Bay Area?
Yes, I am.
Awesome.
Uh huh.
And how about you, Megan? So this is your first competition.
It is.
How's it feeling? How's getting yourself ready and everything? How is that?
It's good. I'm kind of like Marshall, where I've always played sports my entire life, so I miss that competitive edge. So now working out and being competitive at the same time, it's like you said, it's like the perfect sport, and I haven't even tried it, and I'm already addicted.
Nice.
So it's awesome. I really love it. I feel great. I'm just anxious to eat a Snickers bar. I already have my little goodie bag set up. We're all ready to go.
Okay, so you're already like right after this match done.
I already told everybody that's coming out. It's like, I'm stepping off stage, you're handing me my goodie bag, and I'm eating right as I'm stepping off.
You're like, yay. And if they're like, the winner, you're going to be all full of chocolate. You're going to be like,
Like, oh, where's my towel?
leave me off. So, like, how much training are you doing, both of you guys? Like, how often, do you guys train every single day, right? And how many hours?
I mean, it's pretty much
Take me
our
through a day.
lives is wake up, morning cardio. Obviously, it's different amount of time of cardio for each of us, since we're different divisions and we're looking to do different things to kind of mold our physique. So my day would be, I wake up, I do an hour of cardio, I go home, eat, get ready for work. I have 6 meals throughout the day. And then after work, I work out, do another hour of cardio.
Wait, rewind that. 6 meals?
6 meals throughout the day.
Wow. And tell me about, and we'll get back to the finishing up the rest of your day, but tell me about those 6 meals. What are they?
Right now, it's not a lot of variety, but
Rice cakes?
no, I would actually probably kill for a rice cake. No, right now it's just pretty much lean protein, a little bit of fats, and egg whites. Lana's egg whites. Yeah.
So how about vegetables?
Asparagus.
Asparagus, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Diuretic.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious.
Yummy. I like asparagus. So you can't can you cook them, or is it more raw?
No, you can steam it. You can cook it however you kind of prefer.
I love them with olive oil and a little bit of red pepper.
Not
chili
for
pepper
them right now.
flakes.
They have
Olive oil,
7
no.
days.
7 days. Oh, I'm
7
sorry, we're not
days.
supposed to talk about
7
Snickers
days.
and Oreos and
Yeah.
cupcakes at McDonald's. I mean, sorry.
I mean,
Anyway,
what? We don't know what that is.
So 7 days from now, you're going to be on stage, right? You're gonna, and this will be your third, and this will be your first.
Yeah.
How are you feeling for it?
It's a mixture of nervous to anxious to excited. So I'm more anxious just to get on stage and get it over with and eat after, and nervous, obviously. I mean, I'm going to be stepping in front of how many people in a little bikini? Like, it's a little nervous, but
And you'll be
I'm
dying
really
to do it
excited.
again in a minute.
No, exactly. I'm really excited. I mean, so far I've been training for 16 weeks, so I'm addicted already.
Nice. And I mean, and you guys both look great. So I mean,
Thank you.
obviously it's a good addiction. You know,
Right.
it's a nice addiction.
Yeah.
It's not unhealthy addiction. So that's really good. So then when it's done, you're going to go back, and then how long will you take a break before you start training again? Will it be like you'll have like a couple cheat days and right back in? Or is it, find out when the next actual competition is going to be and then train for that?
Well, it depends. I don't know if I'm doing the stack yet, so I'll literally step off stage, eat my cheat meal or my, after the show meal. And then Sunday I'll eat one cheat meal and then get right back into cardio. And then Monday it starts all over again.
That's good. Good team there. Huh? And good trainers.
Discipline.
And Shelly Fields is training Megan, and she's been with Team Lana for a long time. So they have the greatest trainers, just so dedicated to them, and there's some real love connection. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Build it.
definitely.
It's a family. It's like we got a family. We got to have a family. We got to support each other. Got to love each other. Got to make sure people do good.
All in the
So okay, so after your 6 meals and at the end of the night, what time is your last workout?
I work out at 6 o'clock every night, and then I don't go home until probably around 9:30.
Oh, 9:30. Go to bed, then wake back up and back
Back
to
at
it.
it.
Nice.
Bada bing.
It's your thing. It's your job. It's what you got to do. It's your body. And you guys are representing and looking
Definitely.
good. So that's great. So we're actually going to be showing some of these moves coming up soon.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want,
We'd love to invite everybody out to Chabot College.
Oh, it's going to be in Chabot.
Yeah,
Yes.
next Saturday. So the morning show starts at 10, and then the evening show starts at 6:30. And you can contact Lana's Egg Whites to get all the information.
And if they catch us late, they can catch, and they're watching this on the YouTube or they're watching somewhere else, they can contact through Lana's Egg Whites, and then they'll be able to see future events. Or
yes,
future things that are happening.
absolutely.
So how often does that? How often are there competitions for this
So
type
there
of?
were 4 probably that you would have entered this year. You could have gone to LA, and you could do the Sacramento coming up too. Would you want to?
Oh yeah, they have them all spaced out pretty
All
decent.
over.
So you can do there's 2 in Sacramento, then there's the Contra Costa, and then there's the San Francisco. So 4 locally. I guess if you consider Sacramento, it's pretty close.
It's pretty close.
And then the rest, to my knowledge, are like down south, that kind of thing.
Now, different areas have different participants, or is it kind of the same people around the same circuit?
You can see the same people kind of traveling too. You know?
can. I've probably encountered maybe 1 or 2 other guys in my same weight class, but for the most part, it changes. It just depends what show you're getting ready for. Some people like to hop around, do different shows.
So in MMA, you're practicing when you're practicing, your arm bars, your guillotines, your whatnot. When you guys are training and practicing your moves, is there certain moves that they actually have names for? And when you're training, you looking in the mirror. How are you doing to work on those poses? Poses, right? Yes.
Yeah, posing. I work with Brent, who's my trainer, as well as Shelly. She helps me out they both help me out with my posing. I at least work with them once or twice a week, and then I do posing at home as well. It just basically helps you be more solid on stage, so you don't want to least mistakes as possible.
So now they have certain ones that are kind of like the standards, or is there people that sometimes revolutionize with new moves or something? So would the twerk work or no?
I always bring that up, and I hate twerking.
Yeah, I know, me too. But I would love to see the twerk on the stage.
Marshall just might bust it out.
I'm that type of no. No.
We're gonna save that for you,
Hey, we were
Juan.
talking about it.
We're
We were
saving
talking
it for
about earlier.
Juan.
What you guys don't see is the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Oh
We're gonna
my
have to
gosh,
really
it is.
show
We
you guys.
have to. Ralph's right. We've got to do the behind the scenes.
Okay, so we have a few more minutes. Let's go ahead and talk about. Let's start with Marshall.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
let's show the audience at home a sneak peek at what you could be able to see at Chabot, or if you just go on Lana's page and find out the next time they're going to be doing it.
And you can step off, and we'll have Marshall disrobe and show a little bit of some of the poses and the transition. And it's really important how you transition into the next move.
Yeah,
you know?
right?
Some people, there's some of the greatest pros. It's almost like dancing. It's just beautiful. It's just
Right,
beautiful.
yeah, 'cause-
You could see, how much muscle is on this man,
A lot of muscle.
and just great symmetry. That's what they're going to be looking for, the aesthetics. And he has 7 more days to just tighten up and get really, really lean. So the water is going to come out of him, and Brent's just going to dial him in and check with him every day. And there's a nice tricep shot, just beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you were saying, I like how they go from
There it is.
one
Yeah,
move right
beautiful
into the
transition.
Yeah, it is.
And we'll
like,
let
it
the
is like
viewers
dancing.
see his back and his hamstrings, and just got a great chest, just an unbelievable chest. Yeah, it's very nice.
That's dedication right there.
Yeah, that's hard work and diet. And like Megan was saying, it's 6 meals a day. People don't understand. You have to eat. You know, when I used to hang around with Jay Cutler and Phil, it's like that's their job is eating.
Yeah,
you know, so people that. You know, and for all of you ladies out there and men that are thinking just eating once a day or something like that, or
See, that's
twice
my
a day,
problem.
yeah, it's a lot of
I
little
just don't
meals,
eat.
protein, vegetables. You know,
I'm not.
good fats.
I'm not fat because I eat a lot.
Yeah,
It's definitely
well-
just because I'm sexy. Okay, awesome. So that's great. Okay, so now we're gonna have Megan up. Now, what's the difference in a female posing versus a male posing, or in the bikini
It's
versus?
a little bit of a glamour, and she'll show us some beautiful moves that she has to do. It's pretty much a walk on stage, and she'll have high heels on. And just already what's so beautiful about her is her tiny little waist. Her shoulders have to be, present. Her great butt. So it's
I
all
like
of-
that pop, like
it's-
right when she
it's-
pops right
It's
into
really about the butt when she gets on stage, and the judges are going to look at that high and firm butt. And today, the competition is fierce. Yeah, so she's just beautiful, great symmetry, and she has 7 days to pull
she
out
works
some
out.
water, and she'll be just beautiful. Yeah, and she has
So
her
it's
moves
like hitting-
down
it's hitting those
absolutely.
moves, boom.
Yeah, just
Nice.
absolutely beautiful moves.
Nice.
Very nice, Megan. Super wonderful. And she has the beautiful hair, and
Yeah, I like
she
that.
has
I like
such
how
a
she-
we call it a clean mug, so she just looks beautiful. So they're just going to be so great
Yeah,
on stage.
no, they.
So I hope you can
great.
come out next
Yeah,
Saturday,
it looks like
maybe.
they're works of art,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah, really.
Good job, both of you guys. That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's great. Yeah, round of applause on that. That's just a sneak peek of what you get,
Yeah,
So
Pretty soon Juan will be
yeah, could you
demonstrating
imagine, though?
for
Ooh.
us. Yeah, we're going to
I
have
was good at the whole when I was a kid. Road Warriors, but yeah. All right, awesome. Thanks again for coming. You guys,
Love it.
always
Love it,
welcome.
love it.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you very much. You guys look wonderful. You guys, works of art, and that's great. Dedication obviously pays off. Part of Fight Logic is the dedication, as you see it in the
It is.
fighters, you see it in here, you see it in just getting it done. Thanks again for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Remember, if you want to find out more about Lana, you may check her out on Facebook. What is it?
Lana'sEggWhites.com, and we love you all so much. And I'm always tag teaming with Fight Logic TV, so just find us there.
Yeah, she just she brought me a bucket, so I'm gonna see what I can get
Starting.
into. I'm gonna start. Oh no,
We got it.
Don't try to deep fry your Oreos.
I'm not deep frying Oreos, and I'll try not to deep fry any of the egg
Do you want to write in? Let's say we want Juan to get on the team.
Email us.
Start training.
Yeah, email us here. Don't forget, you can always email us at fight.logic at gmail, and also visit us on Facebook. Check out our YouTube page. And on Instagram. Thanks again for hanging out with us.
Thanks again.
Remember, you can do whatever you want. Just do it. But keep it nice.
We love you.